around and it was actually more difficult than it was, which I'm glad we'll get to talk about today.
Like in Academy?
In just finding something. You ever hear something and you're like, I'm pretty sure that I heard that thing is in there. And then you go and you search around and you're like, I can't find that thing. And then immediately, maybe if you're a HubSpot user, your brain goes, did they sunset that? And then you actually have to go to the place that you haven't gone for forever, Google, and actually search something. Anyway,
the amount of times I look like an absolute crazy person on the Monday morning briefing with Kyle when I'm like, hey, remember when I could have sworn HubSpot did this, or remember when it did this, and everyone's like, nah, it never did. And I'm like, y'all didn't onboard people in 2015, and it shows like there was some like I remember when I was like, dude, did you remember when the company records used to have like tweets from the company like just on it? And everyone's like, no, I don't think I ever did that. And then like I literally had to like text Dylan Selberg, who was the one who moved us all from the 2-column to the 3-column object layout. And he's like, yeah, it used to do that. I killed it. And I was like, here's proof.
Like, you killed it.
Dude, it's so funny.
Just like, do you remember the original, like, and it was hard to find, and I think it was called prospecting, but it was just like people came to your website and based on the IP and like you could like star and stuff. You like, you can't even.
Dude, and they kept that tool around forever, but you could only find it through searching for it, just because people didn't want to get rid of it. Yeah.
You know what else we've kept around forever?
Ooh, don't play the intro.
I know.
Oh, there it is.
Filled with corporate data. Are you
I had to get it in there.
Departments?
I'm just saying.
Are your lackluster growth strategies demolishing your chances for success? Are you held captive by the evil menace, Lord Lack? Lack of time, lack of strategy, and lack of the most important and powerful tool in your superhero tool belt, knowledge. Never fear, Hub Heroes.
From HubSpot Academy, knowledge.
Move into action and become the Hub Hero your organization needs. Tune in each week to join the League of Extraordinary Inbound Heroes as we help you educate, empower, and execute. Hub Heroes. It's time to unite and activate your powers.
Yeah, I like activating the powers. You know what else I like to do? I like to activate the learning because sometimes people forget that might be the most important thing that we can be doing in this year of 2026 and everything that's going on. Gentlemen, how are you doing this morning?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Oh, the dream. Well, you've got your Dunkin', so it can't be too bad.
No. Today I have Bucky Booze.
What?
I got my Star Bucky Booze just because they opened up one right down the street from my house, and so I had to try it out.
Bucks?
Got bucks. Got some bucks. It's not a Bucky's like you guys have, I'm sure.
My wife calls it Boosie's. I don't know why.
Oh, wait, no.
I went down to Boosie's.
I went down Bussies.
Yeah, but it's Bucky's. It's
Bussies.
Yeah, it's Bucky's.
I don't know. It must be a down south thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. No, Starbucks is it
was terrible. It was a terrible experience. I'll be honest with you. I asked for a venti. Yeah. They gave me a grande. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. And I also actually maybe this is a venti. I'm not sure.
That's a venti. That's a
all right. It's a venti.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You did.
And then, dude, I always I'm trying to remember what was the movie where it's Paul Rudd and he's like, "Can I get a large?" And they're like, "A venti," and they're like, "Oh, venti means 20." Yeah. And he's like, "Congrats, you're stupid in 2 languages." I always play that scene in my head when I'm like about to say large, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta say venti." But no, I waited like 17 minutes in line. I got this 2 breakfast sandwiches, $17.
Oh my gosh.
And it took me 17 minutes to get through the line, and then they gave me the wrong sandwich for my kid.
See, that's terrible. Well, since we're cheating on our coffee distributors and you're not drinking Dunkin', I'll just say a cheers to my Rise mushroom coffee that I had to wait 0 minutes to go make in my kitchen because nobody was in the way, or I didn't make a breakfast sandwich. You know what else doesn't cost $17?
But your coffee's made out of mushrooms.
Dude, it's amazing. It's amazing because if anybody out there, this is very niche, Know your market. If anybody out there deals with inflammation, mushrooms are amazing. And so mushroom coffee in the morning when you have rheumatoid arthritis is a godsend. I'll just throw that out there. You know what doesn't cost $17, gentlemen?
Play the intro again.
No, I'm not playing the intro. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of fools on the mic. No, what doesn't cost $17.99 or $17 or whatever your breakfast sandwiches cost is HubSpot Academy, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is we're going to listen. Many of us hit HubSpot Academy years ago. Like my journey started in 2012. Max, I'm sure you hit. Yes, like it's crazy, right? So I want to talk about what does HubSpot Academy look like in 2026? What do we wish it looked like? What are some of our favorite things? But also we're doing this, one, because we love the team, but two, because we also want to talk a little bit about something that is WLW, which may sound weird because, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So first of all, let me just start here, gentlemen. And that is there was a product update September 3rd of 2025, which would have been like right before, I believe, the formerly known as Inbound event, where HubSpot Academy dropped a new look and feel. If you haven't seen the HubSpot Academy since September 3rd, 2025, whoopsie, like maybe
it's
go
a lot
check.
different.
It is way different. There are still things, though, we'll get there, that I'm like, why can't I do this? Like, anyway, why won't it do this? Because I think it would be super dope, but we'll again get there. So HubSpot Academy, new layout. We'll be showing the layout. We'll be navigating the layout. We'll be talking about things you can and can't do in this episode, things that you might want to watch or interact with. However, let me take you on a journey. I'm in the workflows tab, and I want everybody to see that in Breeze, I put the most simplest of simple questions. I won't even call it a prompt. I said, do you have a HubSpot Academy lesson for this tool? Now, gentlemen, I want you to realize I didn't say, do you have a HubSpot Academy lesson for workflows? I did this on purpose. I said, do you have a HubSpot Academy lesson for this tool? Which then it checked to see what tool I was on. Yes, there's Academy training for workflows, giving me links again, and even gives me a video in here, also a link to navigating Data Hub automation overview. And if you share whether you want beginner workflow setup, enrollment triggers, or advanced automation strategy, I can point you in the most relevant lesson next. Now, I want you to think about that from Max. When you used to onboard humans, how cool would it have been to say, hey, if you're trying to learn this thing, go over to this assistant and it'll put you on a learning path.
I was Breeze.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had to be Breeze. I was literally there with Breeze.
You were Max
You were just
Breeze Cohen.
He was just Mies.
I was the original. I was the original AI assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
The meat powered AI.
You know what would be really interesting? So like it's clear, this has page context, right? And it's obviously trained on all of the the HubSpot Academy like data and content, right? Dude, is it also trained on like, does it have like the user context to be like, hey, you've gotten through these certifications, what about these other ones here?
I don't know.
Basically, so you're asking, hey, can you tell me what certifications I have is basically what you're asking. If it can do that. So will it look at the user and will it tell me what certifications I do or don't have? Which would be interesting, Max, because I think I know where your brain's going is if it knew, I could then ask it, well, what's the most important?
Yeah, I'll fall back to Public Academy profiles and results. That's cool. Look at that. Yeah. So one thing that's like really exceptional about Breeze these days is it is like a phenomenal support agent. Like, it will send you clipped screenshots that are like annotated to tell you exactly what to click on and stuff. Although like those brand new views in beta, like, you know, where it has all the slash commands on the index pages, it doesn't know about those yet. I had someone I was trying to send them to Breeze, and it's like, it's not telling me to find the export button.
That's
because it's
funny.
like it's hidden under the fold now.
Yeah. It can't, which by the way, Academy or Breeze team or whoever, this would be a very interesting thing of like, can you show me what certifications I have? Can you give me the most relevant certification or certifications I should take next?
Yeah.
But it can't see the Academy completion transcript directly here, but it does give me some, valuable things that I can kind of go and look at. But I want you to see, like, I tried to see if it was just getting lucky. It worked on workflows. It worked on segments. So it is very context aware when you're doing the thing. Here's the thing that I started out before the intro where I was like, I swear to God, it's there. I know it's there. And I actually had to go Google because when you first go to the app, okay, and you're looking for an Academy button and no, you can't find it because it's buried. And what I mean by that is you've got to know to hit the help button. And then under the help button is HubSpot Academy, which kind of makes sense because HubSpot Academy is education. And when you educate yourself, you're helping yourself. But like, you got to know to dig to get there. So I wish there was a way that Academy could be more up a level, maybe, if that makes sense. Although I will ask the question, Max, Chad, and maybe you're the wrong crew to ask. Actually, I'll ask anybody who watches this Hub Heroes episode. Let us know in the comments below of the social channel you're watching this or on the website that is sidekickstrategies.com. Because, yes, we brought comments back to our blog because we want to hear from humans. Anyway, have you ever actually watched a HubSpot Academy lesson, gentlemen, on your mobile device? Chad says,
mobile?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, you thought I was just going to ask if you watched the lesson. You're like, oh, yeah.
No.
Have you ever watched a lesson on mobile?
I haven't on mobile, actually. No. Yeah. I've never tried
I'm pretty
mobile.
sure the last time I got a HubSpot Academy certification, it was before it went mobile.
Before it went mobile?
Maybe. No.
So Max, do you plan on getting HubSpot Academy certifications in the future at all?
I mean, I feel like I might be morally obligated during the week of June 1st to the 5th.
Sounds like. Hang on, we'll get there. Hang on.
Yeah. What week?
Yeah. So I've watched lessons. I've never really sat there and done like a full thing, but I like the fact that they're there. I guess I just wish they were more visible. Okay, so Max, you started to let the cat out the bag. Before we hop into actually talking about HubSpot Academy more, ladies and gentlemen, Hub Heroes listeners, viewers, June 1st through June 5th, please mark it on your calendar. World Learning Week, WLW, by the way, is what I said before.
And it's happening on a Minecraft server, apparently.
I mean, it's very interesting what's happening with the iconography here on here. But here's the thing. Once again, we renamed something, right? So we're just coming off of the conversation about unbound, versus inbound, and that being changed. This used to be World Certification Week. Now it's
day.
No, it started out as a day, but then turned into a week. I think originally a day, but then a week. I think
spread the love out a little bit.
Yeah. So, but now. And by the way, you can still get certifications. There's still $5, going to the charity. If you do lessons, it's like $3. So the concept is the same, but the name is different. But June 1st through, first of all, let's just back up. Unbound or inbound becomes unbound. World Certification Week becomes World Learning Week. Max, how long till we wake up and HubSpot renames itself?
Like universe lesson month. You mean HubSpot itself?
Yeah, HubSpot itself. They're going to be like Sprocket Squid now.
We're like
I'm just introducing SprocketSquid.ai.
yeah. AI hub.
Agenticplatform.customer.
Yeah. And of course we jest because that will never happen. But there's so much change and
we never thought inbound was going to change either.
Right. Right. Wow. True.
Well.
So first of all, what do you think of like World Learning Week versus World Certification Week, and if you let your mind go to what that might mean or what you think it might mean, like, just what are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't really know how much educated thought I have around it. I like that they're, if anything, it feels like it's making it a little bit more accessible and approachable because, maybe the idea of getting a whole ass certification sounds a little daunting to people, right? And like at the end of the day, HubSpot does this to build a lot more awareness around an academy because you'd be dumbfounded about how many people still don't know this thing friggin' exists.
Well, it's crazy.
Yeah, and there's so much content in academy.
Yeah. And so they want to get people in there. They want to get using it. And I think maybe learning is a little bit more of like, it's less scary than the idea of having to get a certification. That feels like a lot of work. You know what I mean? And because now, like I heard you say it earlier, finishing a course or an eligible playlist adds $3. So you can still make a contribution without feeling like you have to go through a college degree course to do it.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too, like there are a lot more lessons have been being added than like certifications. And so where my brain goes is like, do we live in a world where certifications still mean what they used to mean?
Well, I mean, even I don't know, because like I still see a lot of chatter online about, and I think I see it more on like the Salesforce side of things where like people are saying like, oh, do you really need to get a Salesforce certification these days? Right. Like the same sort of, discourse we've heard for years about like the value of a college degree. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like degrees and certifications are somehow becoming like a little bit of a dirty word, just because of the wild cost of education, right? And how AI will teach you everything these days, I guess, or not teach you anything at the same time. I have no idea. Like we're offloading the need to be and the need to have intelligence to a computer, then you can just access it, right? Versus building it on your own. I don't know. That's a different conversation, but
it is. I mean, that would be a good conversation, but that is a different conversation.
Yeah, it would. But I do like that. It feels like they're making it like a lot more not successful, accessible and less daunting. You know what I mean? To feel like you can have a contribution to this charitable goal. That they're
Chad, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like we're kind of touching on the name change and all that, which is it is what it is, and I think the idea of learning, it's like everything right now, everything is like consistent, constant learning of new things. And for some people, I feel like that's exhausting, but exactly what Max was saying as well, like the idea of getting a certification is a lot more exhausting than learning a few new tools that might have come out. Right. And so I get that, but like, man, I mean, I even had, a coworker who shall remain nameless who was like, like, can I just like learn something like, a dental hygienist or something? They're like, they got teeth and they go to school and it takes a while, but their trade's not really changing that much. They're working on teeth. They're the same kind of teeth that people had forever.
Yeah.
But I have to learn stuff every day here. And I'm constantly learning new things and new features are coming out. And it's like, it's a lot of work, right? I mean, for some people, and like, I'm energized by learning personally. Like my hobby is hobbies, and my hobby is like learning things and knowing things and teaching people things too. I love that. And I really, really enjoy that, but not everybody does. But I'm hoping that like mobile friendly, like that's an awesome mechanism. And then, B, having just that it's a learning week and it's, just a similar mission, but it's a little less daunting. I think that's an exceptional direction.
Yeah, I love I love and by the way, maybe why we started how we started is mobile device, Breeze. Like there's opportunities to micro learn. And that's where my brain went with this too. When I saw it, I was like, okay, well, micro learning versus certifications, because God knows I've spent enough time getting certifications with like what all-time high of like 42 certifications. Jorge, I think, had 52 certifications, right? So there's time investment in there. But I love this where it's like World Learning Week, formerly World Certification Week, opens the door to the full HubSpot Academy experience. Certifications, courses, playlists, live sessions, by the way, interesting, and more. And we want every learner to find something meaningful and leave their mark on the community, which again is all about the 200,000 over the last 6 years, 134 plus countries, 1.8 active million, by the way, active learners. But holy macro, growth mindsets do abound. And so, like, if you haven't checked out academy.hubspot.com/world-learning week, make sure you go over there, make sure you join, make sure you mark it off on your calendar and start to figure out what you want to learn or what you want to see. Speaking of which, let's go into the HubSpot Academy. I will go ahead and close this bar to give us as much space as we can. So guys, you come into the HubSpot Academy, you got this home screen, you can search for anything. You've got a catalog, which you can see, marketing, sales, service, artificial intelligence, website design, operations, web development, data privacy. And then we get into HubSpot software stuff. Okay. So it's definitely mapped out. You get here though, and it's giving me recommended for you. And I'm like, well, okay, how'd that happen? However, and by the way, I almost did this before we had this episode, but I'm like, wait. How about I just do this on the episode? Because it's like I can update my recommendations. So that's nice. One, I do wish there was maybe like 2 rows of 4, and like, I don't know. Anyway, I'll get back to wish list items. So here's the thing. You hit that and it's like, what are you interested in? I can hit marketing. Now notice I can hit 1. See what happened there? Like I can't be interested in marketing and sales, but it's like, okay, I'm interested in marketing. All marketing, automation, contact management, content marketing, advance my career, stay on top of current trends. Boom. Okay. Courses, 151 courses. Now show me 151 results. And now I get somewhere where I can start to look at all the content around. But here's the thing, like 151 results. What do I do with this? Well, this is where I think we get into some of these other things that is my learning. Watch later. We'll talk about that later. But
the
here's
team stuff's great.
Yeah, here's what's interesting. Yeah, we'll dive down this thing, but I want to go back to this home area. And I want to talk about something that to me is missing. And so I'm going to go into a wish list item, and you can tell me, which, by the way, if you want to explore spring 2026, it's here. Something that's missing is like, I want to filter and I want to be able to see like, what's the latest releases? I can't find one way to see like what HubSpot Academy released yesterday.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, it's almost like, you go to YouTube and you follow a channel or a topic and you see the newest videos and you watch the ones you haven't watched yet.
Yeah. I don't see that functionality here. Okay. So that's one. It's like, man, can I get a filter by late? Because by the way, you can go to my learning, right? And then you'll have your learnings, which by the way, you have to put something in your learnings. You have to create a playlist for that, which is interesting because my learning and playlist, but I do have a my playlist. So that's a little bit confusing there of why that is. But notice, if I go back to these 151, because now that I've updated this, because I went away, maybe it isn't there. Anyway, I can click on these dots here, add to watch later, add to playlist. Notice I can then pick my playlist or create a playlist, add to new playlist or share video, which now I can actually copy a link, share on any social channel or whatnot. So if you're trying to give a certain lesson to a team member, very easy to do. But see kind of anyway, so I'm going to shut up. When you hit this home tab, where does your brain go? Is there anything that you wish was here that isn't, like, or you're just happy? You're like,
where do I see like all my certs?
Yeah. So for your certs, you're going to go
my
to
learning, right? Or my profile.
My profile. So my profile, what you're going to be able to do is share your profile. You can edit your profile. And then you'll have a little bio, and then you'll be able to see or transfer, by the way, from here. That's always been a question. People, how do I transfer my certs? You can see the certifications that you have or had, and you can see badges and product. What you mean? The scroll?
I'm just saying, you've racked them up, George.
I racked them up, brother. I was playing Pokemon with HubSpot certifications. Just saying. But also badges and product usage will show up here as well. And so like that's where you see that right now. My team is pretty cool because this is where you can see all active certifications, the ones that are expiring soon. And again, these are interactive. So if you click on them, it takes you to the ones that are actually going to be expiring. But it's very, very expired, by the way, in progress. People are reworking on getting some because that's a initiative. But again, you can kind of see what's happening from a team standpoint. I'll go to watch later. Notice here, you literally can add videos to a watch later area. Again, depending on what you're trying to do. So this is going to be very helpful for people who are trying to get ready for World Learning Week, and they want to do that. Or what I'll talk about here in a minute is playlists. But yeah, like you can filter by certifications, or you can filter by content type or duration. Anyway,
is there a conversation to be had about like this whole expired thing, right? Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know. Like, is it just they go for a year and then it's expired?
So some of them go for a year, some of them go for 2 years. And then yes, they become expired. Some of the ones, by the way, that are expired from HubSpot Academy, like some of them you can't retake. So if you didn't get them when the getting was good, you ain't got them. Like it's just that kind of thing.
It's like, my degree doesn't expire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just seems kind of silly that just like the certifications expire.
But it doesn't because let's go back to Chad's thesis.
It should because everything I learned in college is now null. It was null and void the first time I went out because I took a bunch of traditional marketing courses. Yeah. And then at the very end, they were like, hey, there's this new thing called inbound. Forget everything I told you about the past 4 years. And I'm like, what?
Well, it's a good thing I paid for that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so this is a two road conversation. What you just opened, Max. One road is teeth are teeth. Like Chad said, we are in an industry, marketing, sales, service, rev ops, that they're not teeth. They're always changing. And so you would think you would want to renew the certification because things are changing and there's a new way or better way to do it. But that also second lane of this road is that certification better be updated to the latest and greatest of what you should be doing when you're re-getting the certification. And by the way, updating certifications is way harder than creating just new lessons. Although lessons can become part of certifications if you have a content roadmap that is going in the right way, right? So, and I think that's maybe part of why HubSpot Academy is like it's learning week, because we can pump out the lessons, because lessons, like there's a metric butt ton of artificial intelligence stuff, because why? It's very freaking relevant right now. You try to go watch the context marketing, AKA smart content certification. Last time I checked, that's like still the OG original, like, but not a lot's updated, right? So, well, some actually has updated. So anyway.
Yeah, I just feel like it might make more sense to just put like the year you got it. Like if someone wants to see like how relevant that is, I think just having the year there versus saying it is expired. Like it just doesn't, I don't know. Like I just don't think I'm behind the whole expired thing anymore. It's like kind of silly, but
yeah. All right, let me show you this. Then we're just going to open it up for general conversations. So my playlists, I love this idea of playlist, creating a playlist. So this is 2026 certifications, by the way. And what this is this is my roadmap to say, hey, these are the 5 certifications that I want to rewatch, recertify. Even if I don't certify, by the way, I just want to rewatch them because I want to see what was updated and what I can learn from the updated certification. So what's nice is, again, you can kind of view completed playlist, edit details, change thumbnail. And so like you can see what you share playlist, assign playlist. So I can create playlists for my team and then assign them, duplicate the playlist. So if it was the same thing, but I wanted to give it 3 different people. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because so many people will ask me like, what's the first 3 certifications I should have my XYZ team member do that just got hired? Well, now you could create that playlist and you could duplicate it for any new employees and just be able to send it to them and be like, hey, as part of our onboarding process, go do your playlist.
Go do this.
But when you get into this playlist, what is cool is it's like 5 certifications, 46 lessons. I don't know why it says 0 videos because they're all video based. But you can now literally see like it's HubSpot Marketing Hub software, HubSpot Sales Hub software, Service Hub software, revenue. So I literally have 5 certifications that I would click through. By the way, you can see that it's showing completed, that I can click through, or I continue to add to this playlist if I want to over time. And so think of this as your growth mindset, educational roadmap that you can follow kind of moving forward. So anyway, thoughts, gentlemen, about just HubSpot Academy, the features that we're seeing, the way that you can filter stuff. Yeah, Chad, go for it.
I was thinking about when you were looking at Breeze, right? And you're like, hey, Breeze, look at my Academy profile. I was thinking one thing that would be really useful, I feel like, because some things that happens when if I ever used to try to send somebody into HubSpot Academy, they're like, there is so much in here. It's insane.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of it is admin related, and it should be basically based on the user's permissions. Like, hey, if I have more of a base sales kind of role and I don't have the ability to like, create sequences for other people, or if I don't have the ability to like create reports, then I don't need to know about that. You get analysis paralysis when you have a wall of things in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And so both, I think, Breeze Assistant and Academy in general should be permission aware based on your user. And maybe it is, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it
meaning
is.
I only ever log in as a super admin because I've just only ever been a super admin.
Yeah.
But having said that, I feel like, anyway.
And I know like people, like, because people can still get access to this if they aren't a HubSpot user, right? Or do they have to like at the very least make like a HubSpot account?
I think you have to make a free HubSpot account to get into the Academy at this point.
True.
Yeah.
I think what would be a nice addition to this front page here is like a section that is just like, if you are like, because we should be able to know if you're looking at this page and you are a user in a paid HubSpot portal and you have XYZ seats given to you, or maybe you're a super admin, maybe you're not, maybe you're, you've got a sales hub seat, a service hub seat, a whatever, a commerce hub seat, blah, 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 right? Like, I think this page should react to that and be like, what's relevant to you based on what we know you have access to. You are a HubSpot user, and then just don't show it for people that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, that's not that hard, right? But it's like, if someone comes to this page and we recognize, you are a seated enterprise sales seat user, right? Yeah. Like, this should just by default be like
what you need to know,
full of like product stuff for that. You know what I mean?
And that's what's going to be on.
That's what's going to be relevant in here for like a Sales Hub seat user, right? They don't care about conversational market. Like, they don't care about any of that stuff. Like, they want to see stuff that's going to teach them how to use the tool, and they don't want to find it. They don't have to find it.
I thought you were going to use a different F word right there. I was so worried since we're going live.
Don't worry, I'm being a good boy. I'm being a good boy.
Oh, we're in trouble. So it's funny because you guys are blowing my mind right now. Like, this idea of, one, If it was permission based or seat based, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
the navigation just slimmed out, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the second thing that I hear that I think is amazing is like if you sign up and HubSpot knows that you're starter, well, maybe you just see starter video, like how to do these things in starter, or like how to do these things in pro. And by the way, there could be upsells. Yeah.
And I don't even think it needs to be like it excludes things. I just think that when you land on the homepage, it should be like, oh, duh, you have this. Here's how to learn the thing that you're sitting in right now, right? And like make it really easy to find, and then just don't show that when it's not the case, you know?
Oh yeah.
And almost every salesperson I've onboarded for my current company recently has been a salesperson who was using Salesforce previously and needs to get acclimated to HubSpot. So there should also be like a, team blue to team orange. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Speaking the same vernacular. Like, hey, it was, opportunities, it's deals. It was accounts or whatever. It's companies.
Dude,
right?
There's so many easy like rules and scenarios that they could just pre-build that just show certain curated sections of like, for that example there, it's like, cool, you're a super admin user and you've hooked up the Salesforce integration. Great.
Oh yeah.
Here's the Salesforce integration training stuff. Boom, right in front of your face. Right.
So like what I hear you saying, and I think this would be a dope idea, because right now it's called My Playlists. But imagine if HubSpot Academy came out with playlist templates. And all of a sudden you could just go over to a playlist template that was meant for XYZ human, hit a button, and then it's in your playlist.
Yeah, I mean, you could assign them to your team as well with the the team stuff, right?
But here's the thing. If I walk into this for the first time and I'm already overwhelmed by the amount of content that's in there, I'm never going to get to the place where I'm like, let me put together a curated playlist for myself. I'm never going to do that because I'm just going to go, oh shit, I don't even know where to start. Never mind, make a playlist. I don't know where to start. I'm not going to go make a playlist. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's just, dude, even think about people using YouTube, right? Like until you are like a deep in the weeds YouTube user and you're like, there's a lot of different content here that I'm going to think to curate for myself. That's when you get to the place where you're building a playlist. Not when you first walk in here and you're like, what is
save
this
later? Watch later, right? Let alone playlists in YouTube, right?
I think if they want people to adopt this, like, it should be as easy as I go to Academy and it puts the most high probability chance that stuff's going to be relevant to me right in front of my face and I can click into it, right? Not wade through all of this stuff and find it and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So man, I love this conversation, which by the way, can I just say too, like if I go, here, let me go home for a second. Let me go to the artificial intelligence that I was at. And I scroll down and I see like 11 pages. I'm like, whoa. I almost wish this was one of their pages where it was like no pagination and it just was load on scroll.
Oh yeah.
Because
infinite
now all of a
scroll
sudden
would be great. I mean, HubSpot doesn't work that way. Nothing else in HubSpot does infinite scroll.
Yeah.
But I would love infinite scroll pagination. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Or you know how you can do 25, 50, 100 records?
Yeah. At least like, that, right?
At least give me that drop down so I can be like, yeah, show me as many as you can so that I then see that it's only 2 pages or 2.5 pages, because 2.5 or 2 pages, even if it is a 50 or 100 videos per thing, is way less daunting than seeing the number 16 and going, oh God, how am I going to go through that? Like, anyway. Well, moral of the story is whether you're checking out your profile, whether you're trying to add certifications to your profile, whether you're building a playlist, watching it later, or just coming into HubSpot Academy for the first time, June 1st through the 5th is when you should probably be making sure that we're spending a little bit more time, maybe set up a little bit before that, so that we can, again, be helping with the charities, the $5, the $3, dependent upon what you're going to do. And who knows, maybe HubSpot Academy and the powers will be, you'll see this episode. Maybe there'll be some new functionalities and features coming along the way. I mean, I don't think we're that powerful, but hey, we've had some good ideas here. Max, Chad, last thoughts or one thing that you hope the viewers or listeners do based on this episode today?
I don't know. I mean, I still, as crazy as I get about, it should be showing this at the front and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like,
Yeah.
I think I still stand by the fact that it's wild that all this is still free. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's really crazy. And
you can get a free HubSpot account and go watch all these.
I've told multiple people, it's like, hey, are you looking to shift your career into something that, there's a lot of demand for people like with these skills? It's like, you don't need to go back to college. Go learn this stuff that you could transfer across literally any business that does literally anything. And like, you have multiple college degrees of information that is relevant and helps you build skills that are on demand, literally sitting right here in front of you. And all you got to do is go sign up for a free CRM account to get it. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like learning, and I hope you all do too. And there's so much that comes from, regardless of how you learn it. I mean, like certification, no certification, building things, testing things, doing things, whether it's in HubSpot Academy or not, continue to learn in your HubSpot environment and continue to do things that you never could do before, because those are really going to be the skills where the rubber meets the road. I think like HubSpot Academy is a yes and, like, it's great, and implement and do, right? So don't learn for the sake of learning, but like really learn the nuts and bolts by doing as well as learning is my recommendation.
And I think if you haven't been in here for a while, because you're in the mindset of like, this is just certifications and I don't want to do a big long certification, and maybe I've just been peeking on YouTube for like partner content and stuff like that to like, learn HubSpot stuff here and there. Like, those little tidbits and stuff like that is what's on here now too as well. It's not like you just have to do a big long certification course and everything is buried inside of that, right? Like, they have these smaller lessons and things that you can just learn without it being in the context of this like giant course, right? So
without a doubt. I'm gonna double tap on one thing here in a minute that I love what Chad said. I'm gonna say it in the way that my brain translated it, but I can't let go of one thing, dang on it. I keep trying to tell myself, don't mention it. But back here, it said, I think it was like right here, the full Academy certification, and it says live sessions.
Oh, wow.
And if I go back here, I don't see any way to know if there's a live session. And so, or I don't really see a way to quickly understand if there's a boot camp.
Yeah. Do you think they just mean the hugs? Like the user group, the hug or other hugs?
I don't know if they mean boot camp. I don't know if they mean hugs, but at the end of the day, it would be nice to know if there were live sessions or what I could do from I need to be hanging out with humans while I'm doing this standpoint. And I think that would be nice on the homepage as well, or an interactive live tab or something along those lines. But at the end of the day, HubSpot Academy, we love you. We think you're awesome. The team has just transformed so many humans, their lives, their ability to have jobs, make money, grow businesses. And so we take this time to say thank you. We're looking forward to June 1st through the 5th to also give back a little bit for this. Here's what I'll say, Chad. What I translated in my brain is you kind of said, don't educate for education's sake. And my brain said, yeah, you should be educating because you're attempting to execute. And I say that out of pure understanding that, ladies and gentlemen, the first round of certifications I got them so that I could have the certifications. The second, the third time, the fourth time that I got them, it was because I was looking for the nuggets to actually execute in the businesses that I was working for, or the business that I now own. So educate to execute. And while you're doing that, remember to be a happy, helpful, humble human and do some happy HubSpotting along the way. We'll see you in the next episode next Monday. Enjoy, gentlemen.